Hello, and welcome back to the Angry Buddha Official. Hi, I am Justin, your host, and I hope you've all done well. This is my 10th time recording this video, or trying to. Not because of technical difficulties, because of life issues. And, well, here we go again. I've said this so many times, but here we are again. Take a deep breath. We can do this. Not because of me, but it's become a very stressful day. And as a person who suffers from bipolar depression, it's very hard to restart and start over. We have plans in our head that is a certain routine, and it has to go that way. It doesn't have to go that way, but it's a battle, let's just say that. It's not something you just get over and, you know. But, anyway. Let's get back into it. This is not I'm not here to vent so much. I'm here to talk about this awesome snuff. Kendal, Celtic Talisman by Samuel Gawith. I'm going to go ahead and say on the toke description on their website, the description of this snuff is a dark fruit, plum, black cherries, and little hints of hazelnut in the snuff. I've already tapped into these 10s. I already actually have had this snuff before, but I know I've never done an SG review. So here we are. I love this snuff. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the description. That might be what's in it, but that's not necessarily what I smell. Summer Pills, St. Arnold. Fantastic. Okay, a little ammonia still in there from, because this is still a fresh, very fresh tin. So soft. Medium moisture, but very, very soft and wet, damp. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like when you put your fingers into some mud, and it's not necessarily gonna all stick to you. It's wet, but it's not, you know, mud. It's more like soft dirt. Okay, it's obviously doesn't feel like dirt, but anyways, you can see that. And that basically looks like, that's basically what it looks like. Maybe a little darker than what you see on the camera. Hope I'm talking loud enough. Saw my last video wasn't very loud. Well, there's just a lot of crap going in the background. But anyway. Old school brand, classic brand, still is supreme. Still a great brand. Known for pipe tobacco. Yeah, you already know it's gonna be good. Classic pipe tobacco. I'm pretty sure people know more about the pipe tobacco than they do the snuff. I just, since I only have an occasional puff on some pipe tobacco. You know, I remember not too long ago I had got on here and I thought I was gonna end up going to switching over to pipe tobacco, but you can't really do that. It just doesn't have enough nicotine. I didn't think that I was going to. I was trying to wing myself off a dip at that time, and I was like, well, I can see myself on a pipe, but I feel like maybe when I get a little bit into my super older age, maybe I'll puff on it a little bit more, because then I won't care, like when I'm like an old man. But I've smoked so much shit in my past, and yeah, I mean, lots of different things I've smoked. So let's there's been a lot of different things I've smoked, so let's just put that out there. Anyways, I just don't want to smoke anymore, you know, except for maybe, you know, the good old Dirty Pat Walsh's Canadian cigarettes. But anyway, inside, like I said, that ammonia is still there. Ammonia kind of covers it up. Still means it's fresh, but you know, you're gonna smell that scent. Now I smell, and that ammonia stays so strong over it, and some of these snuffs, the ammonia is so strong that it's like, it's nice that it's fresh, but it's like I can't quite smell the scent. I'll be able to smell the scent when it's in my nose, and not so much the ammonia, but outside, not smelling it, ammonia is very strong. I noticed the plums, which is a softer, richer, semi-cherry smell, but it's a sweet, plummy. Obviously, there's a dark cherry, maybe oil, or some type of. It's a very rich, sweet. The smell of fruit, dark fruits. Dark red fruits. I don't necessarily know if it would be cherries, but they did get a good dark cherry smell over the artificial super red cherry that, you know, not the ones you find in your Sonic soda drinks, but you know, let's have a pinch. Very soft, somewhat damp, velvety, and those little clumps in there, they fall right apart. So it's not, those aren't, you know, they're not little balls or anything. They fall right apart. Okay, pinch here. Fantastic. Fantastic. You saw how easy that was? Light burn, easy snuff to use, beginner snuff, hands down. Definitely recommend you should try this out. If you're a beginner, me personally, okay, goes into the nose, you get the dark cherry smell, dark cherry scent, the plums mixed together, similar to a figgy smell, like just a sweet figgy or date smell, but not quite, not like Bernard's, not as figgy, but that sweetness that comes from those type of fruits. Cherries, plums, or black cherries and plums, I could see mix very well with those type of fruits. Really, it's not, the scent is strong, but the scent of these fruits aren't very strong, but they're there. It's definitely a sweet snuff. If there's any smokiness or tobacco that's there, left over, like natural, that comes after, when sniffed, after the sweet smells or the fruits. Outside of the tin, you get more of that tobacco first, and then the cherries and the plums. The tobacco that's there also does smell a little buttery. And when I say buttery, I mean, or not buttery, but nutty. Like nut oil. That sounds so fucked. Nut oil. You're sniffing the old nut oil. But, so maybe I can smell something nutty. I don't know if it's hazelnut. Hazelnut's a stronger, more, I don't want to say savory, but hazelnut is hazelnut. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Hazelnut is it's a more potent, it's a very potent nut. It has a distinctive smell or taste when you're tasting an artificial or maybe even a real, authentic nut smell. Once again, can't not sound funny saying that. Overall, very sweet snuff, not like an American sweet snuff. There's still that tobacco-ness there. This American sweet snuff is very sugary, so it's just very sweet, period. Nick is there. Decent, maybe a little above average Nick kick, or average Nick kick, but it's so easy to do you can get your nicotine very easily with this because it's so easy to sniff. Doesn't hurt my nose at all, goes in. Smell is still there. Light on the fruits. Like I said, it's a dark fruit smell, but that's subtle, but not too subtle. Enough to where you can smell it with the tobacco. And within the tobacco is that nuttiness from the hazelnut. I could see it. Or a nuttiness, period. It doesn't have to be hazelnut if that's not what you smell. I do pick up some type of nutty oil or vibe, like cashew oil or something like that. I'm not saying it's that, but maybe that's what they used. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if you heard that. That was my laundry. But anyway, fantastic snuff. Easy for beginners. Great sweet flavor if you like that. It's not too cherry where it's super artificial cherry flavor. It's more of a real dark cherry kind of flavor, and you can even kind of get notes of that plum in there, I feel like, mixed together with it. And then the nuttiness of, if there is hazelnut, the nuttiness that I smell is surrounded, is with the tobacco itself, and that comes afterwards, after you get those fruit smells. But I recommend you pick some of this up. It's not much, and I say you get as much as you can. You can't get economy bags of this stuff, so get a bunch of these 25 gram, I believe they're 25 gram. And when you're done, you can reuse the tins because these are perfect. They're huge. Not really the best thing to put in your pocket, but it is great. So, recommending y'all check that out. Hope y'all have a good day, and I'll be back with another Snuff review very soon. This is the Angry Buddha. Please subscribe and leave a like.